Is Teen Titans Go better than the original Teen Titans series? Let's settle this one once and for all, and I'm gonna lay out all the facts, a few cool moments here and there, and of course my own opinions on which show is truly better, and the answer may actually surprise you. Teen Titans Go has been on the air for over a decade, longer than any original series has lasted, so if you grew up in the 2000s, that fact alone probably makes you a little angry. But why are you mad? Are you mad because you think Go is just a badly made show? No, you're probably mad because it's not the version of the show you expected to be revived. The original Teen Titans got canceled in 2006, basically mid-story, so it didn't even get a chance to have a real proper ending, and we've been grieving over that since. Teen Titans Go didn't kill your favorite show, but it may have showed up in a way that made you think it wasn't taking the Teen Titans name seriously. Let's strip away the nostalgia grudge for a second and see if there's actually a fascinating reason why Go outlived the show it spun off from. We all know it comes down to one structural difference. The 2003 show was about teenagers who fought crime. Go is about superheroes who live their life. Maybe they handle the occasional criminal, but that's really it. For all intents and purposes, they're dumbed down. That's the whole split. And today we're breaking down exactly how that one shift built an entire empire while the better show got buried. Let's dive into Teen Titans Go first. I started watching Teen Titans Go the moment it premiered back in 2013 because I already loved the original and I wanted more of that world in any form I could get it. And almost immediately I could tell that this was something different. Maybe not too different because apparently they used the same voice actors from the original series on Teen Titans. So I thought that was a pretty good start. But other than that, they had brighter colors, goofier jokes, none of the moodier, darker energy that the 2003 show had. And then I noticed something else. Where were the villains? Where were the fight scenes? Where was the action? For a good while, it was just them hanging out, living their lives. These were just teens without the Titans. Occasionally a villain would show up later on, but it was never a real fight, never any real stakes. Nothing felt like they were actually in danger. It felt like it was everyone's first job as being a superhero or being a villain for that matter. But it was fun. It was refreshing. It was cool to watch this universe stop taking itself so serious for once. DC is often dark and broody, especially with the latest movies of the previous Zack Snyder universe. Here's the thing though, that loosely defined superhero show approach turned out to be a machine. Teen Titans Go is currently on their 9th season, 447 episodes and counting. That makes it DC's longest running animated series, period, longer than Batman the Animated Series, longer than any show it's spun off by a factor of 7. And the math behind it is simple. Each episode runs about 11 minutes, roughly half of the original's runtime, with no continuity to track and no arcs to maintain. It's built for volume, not storyline. But by 2018, it got the real test. The theatrical movie, Teen Titans Go to the movies, cost $10 million to make and pulled in $52 million worldwide. Not bad. Even more impressive is sitting at a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. A year later, they doubled down with a crossover movie, Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans, where the original 2003 version of these characters actually show up on screen, doing fan service for the original series. If you're part of the fan base that's been mourning the show since 2006, this is about the closest thing to a resurrection you're gonna get. The show also picked up multiple Emmy nominations, Outstanding Short Form Animated Program, a BAFTA Children's Award in 2019, and 4 wins across more than 20 nominations totals. But here's my honest experience with it. Somewhere over the past decade plus, I just fell out of it. I couldn't tell you what exact moment, but maybe it just ran too long for me. Maybe they jumped the shark somewhere along the way. I never even saw the 2018 movie. And if I'm being real with you, I'd use the word superheroes for these guys pretty loosely. At a certain point, it's not really a superhero show. It's just a fun show that happens to have people who are superheroes in them. But does all that make the show bad? Now we have to dive into the original Teen Titans series, the one you've all been probably waiting to hear from. This was peak Cartoon Network era for me. I watched this one live as it aired week by week from 2003 to 2006, and even now, this show holds up in my head as one of the best things Cartoon Network has ever put out. Period. This is Cartoon Network in their prime. Teen Titans wasn't a show that you could just drop into on a random Tuesday and fully understand. You'd get the gist for that episode, but maybe not the longer term relationships that were built before that. You had to watch it from the beginning. It was serialized. There were arcs. Robin didn't just fight crime, he goes undercover as Red X, becoming the villain that the team was supposed to be hunting, blurring the lines most kids' TV shows wouldn't even approach. And the knee slam on Slade, a move that shows how ruthless and honestly a little bit crazy Robin could be. This photo is still getting passed around on the internet 2 decades later. Raven wasn't just the brooding one, she was intense in a way that felt real. She's the daughter of a demon. The show had depth, genuine depth. I cannot emphasize this enough. It also had 2 different theme songs, one of which is in Japanese, and I bet you know at least half the words to it. And the numbers back up how much people actually care. This show was supposed to only run for 4 seasons, but Cartoon Network liked what they saw in order of fit. Over its run, it picked up 3 Annie Award nominations, plus additional nods for storyboarding and sound editing, technical recognition, the kind of thing that tells you that the people making these cartoons respected it. It's still cited as Cartoon Network's most acclaimed series, full stop. And then it just ended, followed years later by a big TV movie, Trouble in Tokyo, that was supposed to kind of wrap things up. But if you're paying attention, you know it didn't really wrap up much of anything. Threads were still left hanging. I mean, I think for me as just a 9-year-old kid at the time, it didn't fully register to me. I don't think I sat there in 2006 thinking, this is a tragedy. What have they done to my show? My show hasn't ended properly. It's more something I've noticed when looking back now, realizing how much was really left on the table, how much story never really got told. And I think that's true for a lot of us. The grief wasn't really immediate. It's something that's been built up over the years of Cartoon Network not giving us more. But does that mean that the show is better or worse than Teen Titans Go? Which show is better? Which show should we like? Which show deserved or deserves more? In one way, they're 2 different shows with 2 completely different goals that happen to share the same characters. And if you think about it, this isn't really even new territory. This is just how comic book characters work. Different runs reinvent characters constantly. Origins change, powers change, motivations change. The character can be written as a stone cold killer in one run and then a reluctant hero in the next. They can change their age, whatever they want, and nobody treats this as a betrayal. It's just a different creative team telling a different kind of story with the same name and costume. Have you seen the new run of Absolute Batman? He's broke. He's not even rich, but he's huge. Like, it's kind of the same thing when I compare Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans. The 2003 show wanted you to sit down, pay attention, and follow these characters through actual consequences, betrayal, identity, what it means to be a teen. Teen Titans Go, on the other hand, doesn't want that from you at all. It wants you to turn it on, laugh for 11 minutes, and not have to think about anything too much. And once you stop measuring them against each other, you realize that they're not actually in competition with each other. They're just 2 sides of the same coin. Same characters, same universe even, that I think are canon to each other technically, just built for completely different moods and eras. I think the split works both ways. If you were someone who grew up loving the original, the depth, the arcs, the villains, I think you'd actually enjoy Teen Titans Go too. And I think viewers of Teen Titans Go will look at the original and love it, just to see the other side of the coin. The version that asks a little more of you and rewards you for truly watching it. 14 years apart, same 5 actors, same 5 characters, 2 completely different shows, and somehow both of them work. Which do you prefer and why? Let me know down in the comments. Do I have a personal preference? Not really. Teen Titans Go is a funny show that has created plenty of memes and honestly some good moments, but it does lack the serialization and the seriousness that I like from Teen Titans. But I'm honestly just happy that we have both of these versions of the show to enjoy. 2 different perspectives. And that's kind of the best thing about characters in a TV show, right? That's what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Peace.